Hey, aloha everyone, this is Al at Honolulu Uechi-Ryu, and today we will be reviewing some of the archival footage of Kanei Uechi. Of course, Kanei Uechi is the son of the founder Kanbun Uechi, the founder of Uechi-Ryu, and Kanei was instrumental and at the forefront of Uechi-Ryu's growth after his father's death. Kanei was born June 26, 1911 in Okinawa, and he died February 23, 1991 at the age of 79 years old. In his early life, his father Kanbun refused to speak of his martial arts training. However, his father opened his first dojo in Japan in 1926 and began teaching Pangainoon. Kanei traveled to Wakayama Prefecture and began training with his father when he was 16 years of age and in poor health. After decades worth of continuous training under Kanbun Uechi, in 1937, Kanei received his certificate of full proficiency in Pangainoon Tudi Jutsu, which was what it was called back at that time, half hard, half soft, empty hand skills. And later, at 26, he would open up a new dojo in Osaka with the approval of Kanbun Sensei. Though a new branch of Pangainoon opened in Osaka, the dojo was not as successful as Kanei Sensei hoped for. And in 1940, Kanei relocated the dojo to Amagasaki in Hyogo Prefecture. He taught there for 2 years before returning to Okinawa in 1942. In April of 1949, with the assistance of Ryuko Tomiose, Uechi Kanei established the Nodake and Kanzantoboru Dojo. The two dojo were combined as one called Futenma Dojo in 1957. A year later, Uechi-Ryu would open its doors to the public, including American GIs, becoming one of the first styles to teach karate to foreigners. When performing Sanshin, Kanei Uechi appeared deceivingly soft and relaxed, but upon closer inspection his body was rock solid and extremely tough. In his youth, to condition his fingers, Kanei Sensei would repeatedly thrust his hands into a banana tree using the nukite, or spear hand. His fighting stance was extremely strong for defense. Kanei Sensei favored fast wrist blocks with his left arm, while his right arm was effective for parrying punches and kicks. Kanei understood early that students of the modern age would have trouble understanding the formal Pangainoon and its 3 kata. From 1931 through the rest of his life, Kanei labored to develop new methods and forms to help students understand Uechi-Ryu. Together with other senior Uechi-Ryu students came the addition of the warm-ups and stretching exercises, Junbyundo, the standardized exercises that incorporate elements of all the kata system, as well as additional techniques. 2 prearranged yakusoku kumite, exercises which are called today kyu kumite for the kyu ranks and dan kumite for dan ranks. He also created 3 new bridging kata between Sanshin and Seisan, and 2 kata between Seisan and Sansei-Ryu. Like his father, Kanei Uechi's mannerisms and his speech was with gentleness. He was the oldest of 4 children. He had a brother, Kansei, and 2 sisters, Suro and Kamai. Kanei had a son, Kanei Uechi, who was the head of the Uechi-Ryu Karate-Do Association until he died on Sunday, 13th September 2015. Kanei Uechi sent a letter to all practitioners of karate throughout the world in 1982, imploring all karate students to respect each other without regard to nationality, religion, or gender. He envisioned Uechi-Ryu as a humanitarian art in the service of peace rather than war. Like Gichen Funakoshi, he thought of karate as a vehicle for enlightenment and peace. The letter read, "Dear all karateka of the world, karate is a way of life. It is an instrument of character building. It enlightens the person who practices ascetic workouts. It teaches him what and how to act in his life. It is technically the martial arts of self-defense and mentally the martial ways of self-perfection. These principles should not be separately activated, but must be combined into one for the better activation. Then the karateka can be developed into a healthy, well-coordinated person, both physically and mentally. Such a well-coordinated person sets the highest value on courtesy. We must consider courtesy of prime importance. Without courtesy, the essence of karate cannot exist. No one is qualified to be a karateka without courtesy, even if he excels in his techniques. This is the very reason why karate practices begins and ends with a traditional bow. The bow represents one's recognition of the meaning of courtesy. Courtesy must be constantly practiced, not only during training periods, but all the time in one's daily life. Courtesy is universal. It goes beyond everything such as nationality, race, sex, age, religion, and so forth. Our human relationships should be developed on that basis of courtesy. Our mutual relationships can be peacefully maintained so long as courtesy is exercised towards others. We karatekas are all in the universal brotherhood. We are all brothers and sisters under the name karate. There will be no barriers for mutual understanding and reciprocal assistance among karateka, even if the communication media differs from one nation to another. The sense of brotherhood will be strengthened by the strict observation of courtesy. Let's respect each other and extend courtesy to others. Let's pursue the core of karate for self-mastery. Through the perfection of personality, the techniques of self-defense become humanitarian arts. Yours sincerely, Kanei Uechi, President of the Uechi-Ryu Karate-Do Association.